Hi everyone, welcome to this vlog. I need to give you a really quick explanation and some context to this vlog. So this was supposed to be my first official full vlog when I moved, and I basically completely forgot that I didn't actually finish editing it and I didn't upload it and post it. And then since then I have posted two other vlogs that were technically the first vlogs in my new apartment. So, I want to talk about how this is my first full vlog, and I mean, like, it's the first vlog where you'll see some pretty shots of Edinburgh and me talking about moving and all of that, and so I just wanted to explain that really quickly. So I did film it a little while ago at this point, but it's still like a really meaningful vlog that I loved making, and so even though it's late, I am excited to share it with you now, so I hope you enjoy it. And let's get into the video. Hi everyone, it is time for a new reading vlog, and today is gonna be my first official full vlog in my new apartment, which is really exciting. And if you didn't know and didn't see my recent videos, I just moved to Edinburgh and I'm gonna be living here for a while. So this is a tiny part of the new apartment. I love it so much. I am going to show it to you, probably in this vlog, like a little bit at least, but I need to clean things up a little bit and organize it because like it is such a nice apartment and I really want to keep it clean and organized. And while it doesn't look bad, I want it to look as good as I can get it. So we're going to do that a little later, but I wanted to start this vlog right now because it is Friday evening and I have my makeup done. That was a big thing. And then I have two super exciting things to show you. Two books. One of them is like unboxed and the other one I'm gonna like unbox with you, and like I really wanted to open it on camera because it's a really exciting book, and so we're gonna start with that. Let's talk about the two things that I got, and I'm so excited. So basically, there's this store called Words and Kisses that is like a UK online bookstore. And it is not only that, it is a romance bookstore. I'm gonna link it down below. This is by no means sponsored or anything. I'm so excited about their store. I think it is absolutely amazing and I love it so much. In the UK, there's an issue that there's literally never a romance section in bookstores. They literally just have fiction. And that is it. There's literally like literary fiction in that, romance, everything like that. And so this online bookstore actually has so many wonderful books and like self-published books as well, and just so many wonderful things, and I just really want to support it. I know that obviously like it's not always possible to support like small indie bookstores, but this is one that I really feel like I love already. And so basically they had like a sale for I think like World Book Day or something. So yeah, let's talk about the book that I have unboxed first. So that is Flirting with Forever by Cara Bastone. I am so excited to own this. It is a beautiful floppy copy. I love it, and basically this is the last book in the Forever Yours series, and I loved the first two. I adore Cara Bastone. She has absolutely been becoming like one of my favorite new authors. This is the last book that I have left to read by her, which is horrible, but there is a new one coming out that I can't wait for, but I still hate it. But anyways, I'm so happy that I own this. And like I just love this series. It's just like such tender and beautiful romantic romances, and I am just so excited to read this. I don't know anything about it. I think I want to go into it not knowing the plot, but I'm just so excited, and I get emotional about this a lot because I remember, I don't know if it was a year ago or maybe it was 2 years ago at this point, I was just fully falling in love with adult romance, and it was becoming like my favorite thing. And I was kind of like sad that I didn't own any adult romances physically, or like I had maybe two or something. And the fact that like now looking at my shelves where like I couldn't take that many books with me, I mainly have adult romances, and then right now I'm showing you two adult romances, and like it is the main genre that I buy nowadays, and I own so many more books now, and I just like I'm just so grateful for that because like I just adore romance so much, and it has saved my life, and like it is something that means so much to me. And I'm just so emotional that I can get it. And also, I didn't see it at first. There's a card that I have in this book that came with the order, and that is like this tiny little card from the store, and it's so pretty. That is the first book, and then I'm gonna hide the address with the book, but there's this super cute sticker on the book as well, which I love. I just feel like this is just something that small businesses do so often. It's just like they add tiny little things to orders, or they have like those, super cute stickers, or just something small like that that just makes me so happy. Let's open this. I am literally so excited I'm gonna lose it. So anyways, I was so excited. Oh my gosh. I got The Roommate Risk by Talia Hibbert. Once again, there's this really cute little paper. I'm so excited. So it's floppy. Oh my gosh. I am so happy right now. So for context, if you didn't know, Talia Hibbert is one of my absolute favorite all-time authors, and I sometimes say that they're my like number one favorite author, which is really painful and hard, but like if I had to choose, then yes. But I just adore Talia, clearly. So this was originally called Wanna Bet, and I read it when it was still called that, and I don't think there were any changes, or like I don't even think, like I don't normally, sometimes there's like additional content, but I don't think that is the case. But it was just the cover and title changed, and I'm really happy. I really hope that like more people found it because of this, because I adored this book. It is best friends to lovers, and they start being roommates. And like, if you didn't know, forced proximity and best friends to lovers, absolutely top tier, god tier perfection tropes for me. And so I just adore this book. I can't wait to read it again, honestly. Like, I already want to read it now. I'm so happy that I have this now. So these are the two books that I got, and I am so happy to own them. And also, a side note for Talia Hibbert, I feel like the Brown Sisters series, is super popular. We love to see it. I'm so happy. But I feel like a lot of people still don't really know that Talia Hibbert has a lot of other like indie self-published books out, like such a big backlist and everything. And so if you haven't read those, you absolutely need to, because they're all incredible. So I'm gonna shut up now, and I'm gonna update you soon when I have, some reading updates. And like, I also want to really start, first of all, I really want to include more of like home stuff into my vlog, so let me know if that is something you would like. We're gonna try it out in this vlog a little bit, probably, because I really want to get a little bit more into like cooking as well, and I feel like it would just be fun. Like I can film in the whole apartment now. Which before I basically just filmed in my room, and I figured out like tiny little locations within the room. But I feel like now I can film in the bathroom and in the bedroom and whatever. And like, while this apartment is really beautiful, I do feel like it's kind of difficult to have like fun backgrounds. And then I also really want to start talking more about things that I'm watching as well. Cause like, I used to be absolutely like so hard into like TV shows and movies, and like I just constantly watched things, and I still watch things, but I just feel like there's nothing I'm fully in love with and fangirling about. And like, please let me know what your favorite TV shows and movies are, because like I need new things to watch, and so I really want to do that. And so I want to talk more about the things that I'm watching as well. And so this weekend I really want to watch and read, so we're gonna do that. But right now, soon, I think I'm gonna have like a snack or something, and then with my mom and my sister, we want to watch The Adam Project, I think it's called. It's a new movie with Ryan Reynolds, and it's on Netflix. And I have a TV here, which is the best thing ever. Like, I didn't buy it. I could not afford a TV right now. I probably wouldn't even buy a TV for myself, because it feels like, why would I when I have a laptop, whatever. But there's a TV here. It is really new and fancy. I watch things on TV with my family sometimes, but it was never like, I never watched anything on it on my own, so that feels luxurious. I'm finally gonna shut up now, and I'm gonna update you soon when I have some updates. I'll never
never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping, these promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell. Yeah, I like you, that's for sure. Never have to close the door. Been a long time, a year before, and I'm missing you so bad. Gone away a month or more. Every show I go before, need to hear that voice, cause right now feels like it's been too long. I could never let you go on thinking about those secrets true. And I would never bet the world that I would find anyone like you. I'll never tell, just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping.
Hi everyone, it is time for an update. I really need to figure out the angles. I'm sorry, this is such a boring background, but I have some updates and I really love my makeup today. It does look a little bit rough at this point, but I absolutely loved my eyeshadow today. And so I thought it's time for an update, and I did some reading. So I finished 2 books, and I'm going to start with the one that I didn't really like that much, and that is Losing Myself Brought Me Here by Janae Cecilia. So this is a poetry book, and I don't know, it's on Kindle Unlimited, and I kind of randomly found it, and I read another collection by this author, and I really loved that one and definitely prefer it over this one. With this one, I just couldn't really focus on it and it didn't really resonate with me a lot, and I ended up giving it 3 stars, and I didn't hate it, like there were still some poems that like I highlighted and enjoyed, but I did struggle to get through this one a little bit, which doesn't really happen to me with poetry. Yeah, so I read that, and then speaking of poetry, I feel like just lately I have been having really high, not expectations, just like standards, or maybe it is expectations as well. I don't know. But at this point, I have read a lot of poetry, and I definitely know a lot of like my tastes in poetry, what I look for, what I enjoy the most. And I've talked about it before that like a lot of the time, poetry to me is just kind of like average, like it's kind of like an average experience, but I still enjoy it, So it's like I read a collection that doesn't really fully resonate with me. I don't maybe fully love the writing, but I do like some poems, and so that still makes it worth it, and it's like a pleasant, okay experience. But lately I've just been craving something a lot more intense, and just craving that feeling of, reading a poetry collection that just means everything to me. And I feel like there are a few poets that do this, but not many whatsoever. But today I bought a book that I've been dying to get ever since it came out, and I wasn't able to get it before because like I didn't have access to it, and now I had access to it, and I didn't want to buy it for a little bit because I was like it's really expensive. But then I was just like, I have to have this book, and it is by my all-time favorite poet, and that is Where Hope Comes From by Nikita Gill. I feel like this is what I need to read right now. This is the thing that I need the most, like a book I had to own, and it is this tiny, pretty little hardcover copy. And Nikita Gill is the best poet of all time, in my opinion. And there are illustrations in this book, which makes me really excited and happy. In other Nikita Gill's books, I don't think there are illustrations, at least most of them. And there is another collection that I haven't read yet as well, but I haven't seen it at the bookstore, and like I'm used to ordering books online normally, but now that I'm back in the UK, I'm like I would love to find them at the bookstore. But I feel like the poetry sections are actually really small. That being said, I also finished one more book, and that is Lulu and Milagros' Search for Clarity by Angela Velez. And so this is, what did I tell you about this book? So it's a YA contemporary about obviously Lulu and Milagro, and I really enjoyed it. So it's described as Booksmart meets Never Have I Ever in this Latinx road trip adventure. a big-hearted, voice-driven YA about two sisters who couldn't be more different but become begrudging partners on their school's cross-country college trip. So, one thing that I do want to specify that I was like that confused me about the description, that then like, I expected a little bit of something different, is that it's not really a road trip story at all. Like they end up having to go on this, school trip, yes, but like it is set at like the destination, not along the trip really. Like obviously a tiny bit of it is the trip, but it's not a road trip story. So that is not the setting. Like I didn't mind. It just, like I do want to mention that just so you have, clear expectations if you want to read this book. I really enjoyed it. And so it is, yes, like about those two sisters who are super different and they're not really close. And like obviously they're sisters, but they never really talk, and like they have different friends and like all of that. And I just absolutely loved both of them. It was just so fun and wonderful. And there were so many like meaningful things in it. And I have mentioned it before that like I feel like we just desperately need more strong sibling relationships in books. I feel like that is something really special and wonderful that we need more of, and we have gotten some iconic sibling relationships, but not enough at all. And so this book is absolutely focused on that. And then like both of the main characters' individual journeys and like character development, there's a lot that both of them need to learn and experience and all of those things. But like their sister relationship is at the core of the story. And so if you are craving that and you want more strong sibling dynamics and you want a story that is focused on those things, absolutely check it out. So if you don't really like romance in books, or you like romance but want something different, then this is absolutely perfect for that. There is a tiny romance plot, but it's super, super tiny. It is cute. I really like that as well, but there's no romance. So like if you do want a romance, that's not what you're gonna find in here. I'm so happy that I read it. So I ended up giving it like 4 stars, but like really high 4 stars, that just like I really loved it. Absolutely recommend. I need more books like this. I'm so happy that I finally finished it and read it. And I actually started it on a road trip. Like when I was moving from London to Edinburgh, I started reading the book because I was like, you know what, I have to start it, because like I already knew about the book before and I knew I wanted to read it really a lot, and I was just like waiting for a bit, and then I was like, this is the perfect time. So I started it then, but then like I can't really fully read in the car. I get really sick, and like audiobooks are better, but still not the best. So like I only started it there and finished it today, but I just loved it. I also just really missed listening to audiobooks because like the past month I've barely listened to audiobooks because like when I was away. Now that I'm actually like at my new apartment, it feels kind of weird to listen to audiobooks. I can't explain it. Like I feel like it's perfect to do like home activities, like cleaning and different things like that. But I just like have been watching a lot of things while doing that, and the place where I'm living is actually so quiet that I'm not used to it. It feels super weird. And so then like even when I'm listening to the audiobook, I just feel like I hear the quiet and it's really distracting, but hopefully I'm going to get used to that really quickly because I have a lot of exciting audiobooks to read. And speaking of that, I just remembered one last thing before I shut up. The next book that I'm going to be starting, I'm so excited for, is Seatmates by Cara Bastone. I am losing my shit. I'm losing my shit. So this is one of my most anticipated 2022 releases, and I've obviously been kind of out of the loop the past month because like I was away doing things, and so like I still like looked at Twitter and whatever, but like I haven't been fully keeping up with new book releases the way that I normally like to, and I didn't realize that this book was coming out, and so it came out and I didn't know, and I saw people like a few tweets about it, and I was like, hold on, is it out already? And I checked, I was like, I have to drop everything and read this. And so I got a new Audible free trial and I'm gonna be reading this. The previous 2 books in this series are fucking incredible. Some of my absolute favorite romances, the best audiobooks ever, absolutely in love. So I absolutely cannot wait to read this one. I'm gonna talk to you soon when I read some more.
These promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell You're an angel, that's for sure, with some devil.
Hi everyone. I feel like I need a better angle. Like, I'm really struggling with the angles, but it's time for an update. I am in between my living room and the kitchen, and I want to do something that I don't think I actually did it a long time ago, but I'm doing a grocery haul, and I just kind of filmed it for TikTok. I don't know if I'm gonna post it, so it's all out of the bag, but I just thought, this would be fun. Super random. I don't know if anyone cares, but I did say I want to include more life home things in here, so let me know if you like this. It is the most random grocery haul ever. Every single time I do grocery shopping, it's like ridiculous. The combination of the things that I buy is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't think that made anything better. You just see more of me. I don't know if that is a good thing. The main motivator that I had to go was Coke, because I did not have the best day, and I was basically making lunch, and I wanted to do this new stir-fry recipe with an actual like good sauce, because I never just managed that well, and I looked up so many recipes. I got the ingredients for the most part, and I was so excited, and then I just was trying new noodles, because like I just moved. Like, all the food and groceries are super different. I needed emotional support, and I love Coke, and I actually love drinking it when I'm like being productive and I have a lot of productive things that I need to do today, and I don't drink coffee. I wish I did, but I have this, so I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Yeah, so then I got these frozen potato waffles. I think I've tried this before a long time ago with a friend, and I think it was nice, hopefully. So we're gonna make that at some point. Also, these groceries are super random. I basically didn't buy any of it for any specific recipes. I got whole cherry tomatoes in tomato sauce for like a desperate day when I just, don't have anything else, because, it's in a can, it's gonna last, and I can make like a basic sauce with it. And I also got chickpeas, kind of the same thinking. I could even make this together, I guess, but just for the future, Then I got a baguette. I don't know if you can see that. Then I got these chocolate chip cookies. I really struggle with like the store-bought chocolate chip cookies, because they're all too crunchy for me. Like, I love the moist, baked, beautiful cookies, and at the grocery store, it's impossible to find that. So these are crunchy, which I don't love, but they do have a lot of chocolate chips, which I love. So, yes. Then I got these Kinder milk slices. I love this. I didn't know they would have it in here in the UK, and they do. So I'm super happy, because I always ate that with my sister, and it is such a nice little tiny snack. Then I got these yogurts. There's like 6 of them, so I thought, I feel like I should eat more yogurt. I haven't been eating any. And then I got strawberries, because they were on sale. Hopefully they're gonna be good. I did try them like last week, because again, they're on sale. But yeah, that is the most random grocery haul. To be honest, it is really difficult for me to do these things, and it's something I struggle with a lot, and I never really hear people talk about that, and I want to talk about that. Not just now, but like in general, because I feel like it has made me feel really lonely and really useless. And so I just want to take a second. And then I do have one little reading update, and then, we're going to get back to reading. Again, you can always skip. There are going to be timestamps. I haven't really been using them lately, but I need to try to use them again. So there are going to be timestamps in here. For context, I did move to like live alone when I went to college, and I lived in a dorm, and I did everything alone. I did grocery shopping, cooking, all that. I had to do that alone, but I just didn't live in an apartment. So basically it's not like different in this sense at all. So I feel like I did go out to eat more often, because like, when you go to school and then like you can't go home immediately or whatever, sometimes you have to eat kind of outside, or like eat dinner and not lunch and whatever. So yeah, but now I need to save money, and so I need to cook a lot. And in general, like, I have to cook a lot. Like, I feel like it's never ending. And that is something that is really difficult about it, that you can never catch a break unless you buy something outside, but that is often not an option. It's just a never ending loop. And to me, these things are extremely exhausting. When there's like a recipe that has a lot of ingredients, I fall apart. I get so anxious. I'm like, I can't get all of these things, like that is too much. And I also get sick of different, even meals that I like, I get sick of them extremely easily and quickly. And so all of it feels like there are just so many hurdles in the way, and it sucks. I don't want this to be about complaining. I just want it to be about sharing an issue that I have, because I know there are other people who feel the same way. And I feel like it can feel really like stupid in some ways to feel exhausted by these things and to like struggle with them, because I feel like all of the home things were taught, like it was always ingrained in my head that like cooking, grocery shopping, washing the dishes, all of that was, yes, annoying, but super simple, super easy. You just have to get up and do it, you know? And that just never really was the case for me. Like, it is something that is extremely exhausting to me. I feel like a physical reaction. I have to rest for hours afterwards. It is just really painful, and it sucks to feel this way, because then I just feel like I shouldn't be feeling like this, you know? I should be an adult and I should manage everything better, but like obviously I have some mental health issues and other things that make it also like even more difficult. And I'm sure, again, a lot of you feel the same way, and so I just want you to know you're not alone. It's okay to struggle with these things. There's nothing wrong with you, and just like take it easy as much as you can, and just be kind to yourself throughout it, because like it is okay if you need rest after cooking lunch, or you know, like I hope that you can get the rest, because like you do deserve it. And it is difficult, and for some people it is more than others, and it can feel isolating and weird, but you are not alone. So I just wanted to share that and talk about that. So yeah, that is that. And the last thing that I want to mention is I started Seatmates by Cara Bastone. Absolutely fucking in love. Like, I knew I would love it. I am loving it. I don't know how far I got. I was listening to it while I was cooking, and it is just amazing. It is just as incredible as the other two books. Like, the audiobook is incredible. It is literally like such an immersive experience. Like, there are sound effects, multiple narrators. Like, there's a narrator for every single character. It is so engaging, so fun. The two main characters are wonderful, and they basically are seatmates on this bus, and they have a long conversation, and then things happen. I don't think I'm gonna say anything else, because like I didn't really know much going in, and I'm loving discovering it along the way. And it is quite a short book. It is like 6 hours long. Such a quick, wonderful read, and I'm just in love. Like, it is just so good, and I just love it, and I already can't wait to like get back to it and finish it, because it's just absolutely everything. But then once again, I'm gonna have just one book left to read by Cara Bastone, which I feel like, was that actually the unboxing was in this video, I feel like. So I have the other book by Cara Bastone. That is the last book that I have to read now. I mean, after finishing Seatmates, and that is heartbreaking, but at the same time, I feel like I need to relax about this, because there are multiple authors that I love so much that have a lot of books, or in some cases they don't, but like in a lot of cases they have giant backlists, and I'm like, I'm always terrified to read all of them. I'm like, I have to save some for later. I can't finish all of them. But then I'm like, you know, like obviously if I can take my time and savor them and all of that, that's awesome. But at the same time, I'm like, I can literally always reread books, and I don't reread often, and I feel like that is something I need to do more of, because it's like, if I want more, I can read it again. And for me, I forget book plots and details so quickly, because I read so much and my brain does not have the capacity to remember everything. And so like with some authors, like, you know, their first books that I read, or like some just multiple books, I don't even remember that well. So it's almost like reading it for the first time. So anyways, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna put all these groceries away and watch some TV shows, because I'm exhausted. And I'm gonna rest before I have to do some work. But I hope your day is going smoothly, and if it's not, you're not alone, and I hope you get some rest and relax soon. So I am going to talk to you maybe later today or tomorrow when I have some reading updates. Hi everyone, so I look very rough. I finally have a few updates. I think I'm gonna make this quick. I am kind of having like a chill rest day because I'm trying to learn to not be productive on weekends, and it is Saturday. I also don't fully feel good physically, and so I told myself I wouldn't film, but I just wanted to do this quick update. Also, I know I told you I would show you my apartment in this vlog, and I still am planning on that, but I have been kind of struggling and I haven't had any energy to clean up. But I have, I think, one main update. I wasn't sure if I wouldn't read the book without talking to you, but I kind of started to, like, I kind of had a headache yesterday, and so I had to stop reading. But I started The Pool Boy by Nikki Sloan, which is a book I have heard people talk about multiple times. I have been wanting to read it for ages because, like, everyone who read it on BookTube loved it. And it came out a little while ago at this point, but I just, like, it's been on my radar for a long time. And I just randomly picked up my Kindle and I started it, and I'm so happy I did because it's so good. It is really steamy, but the romance is also just like so good. And I am just like, it was just the type of experience where I picked up the book and immediately, like in the first chapter, I was hooked. Like, I just got me straight into the story. I love when that happens. And I wouldn't say I have been in a reading slump, but it has been kind of weird to read in this new apartment. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just like it just adjusting to the new surroundings has been weird, and I have a TV all to myself now, and I've been trying to relax a lot and just watching things. And so it like having this experience of getting straight into the story is even more valuable nowadays than normal. It is basically like an age gap romance with an older heroine who is basically the hero's mom's best friend. So it is a forbidden romance because of that, and because they actually also start working together. So I don't know what the name of the job is, but the heroine just kind of is like a music agent, or just she finds talented people and like, yeah. So she hears the hero sing and absolutely loves it. She's like, oh my gosh, you're incredible. And so she tells him he should audition for this like specific thing, and he's scared because his mom especially just kind of put it into his head that he shouldn't follow the dream, that he's gonna fail, it's not worth it. And she does it to protect him, but she has been kind of frustrating me, and especially because like the mom obviously is also the person who stands in the way of the romance really a lot, and you know that she's gonna have an issue with it and all of that, and that's kind of the point. But it is frustrating, but I love the romance so much. I love the main characters. They have so much chemistry, but I feel like it's gonna be just really amazing on an emotional level as well. Because I think they're just like really great for each other, even though like the age gap is, like a problem kind of, and they feel like they shouldn't be together, but they're meant to be together. And I also just love forbidden romances, and I haven't read one in a while. I do think I have like specific things that I like in forbidden romances, but it is so good. I'm having so much fun with it. If you're looking for a super steamy but also emotional and angsty romance, I absolutely recommend this one. And this is actually the second one in the series. Once again, I'm reading it out of order, but I have an ebook of this, and then the first and third book are on audio on Scribd. At least last time that I looked, the second one wasn't on there. So I have this on ebook, and I was actually just like wanting an ebook. And so I am gonna go back to read the first book and then read the third book. You can read them in out of order. I feel like the characters barely even are mentioned in this from the first book anyway, so it's completely fine. But yes, now that I think about it, it kind of like gives me the energy of Katie Roberts' Touch of Taboo series, which are like novellas that are just like taboo, steamy romances. And I feel like this kind of has a similar vibe, but it's a full length novel, and I think I might like it even more. So, but I still liked the series, the books that I read in that series. But if you like those, I would definitely recommend this series. Well, at least this book, but I think the other books are going to be hopefully just as good. Hi everyone, so it is time for an update. I think it's like 2 days later. I have been kind of going through it. And so I feel like this vlog has been so chaotic, and I have done some reading and I do have some updates, but I feel like it just like is a mess, and I've been filming it for like 2 weeks, but I hope you've been enjoying it anyways. So I think this might be my last update because I finished 2 books that I want to tell you about. And I just feel like I should maybe wrap it up here because, again, I've been filming it for so long. So it didn't quite go as planned. And I still haven't shown you the apartment, so I'm sorry about that. But I think I'm just gonna have to do that in the next vlog. No, I do need to organize it and tidy up soon, but I've just been doing what I could, and tidying was not one of the things that I could do, you know? And it's okay. Like, it's okay to fall behind. I know it can feel kind of shitty, and like, I do know that having a messy environment isn't good for me. However, it's like if I can't do anything about it, I don't want to add guilt on top of all of it. So, trying to chill out about that. But let's talk about the 2 books that I finished. And yeah, so I finished The Pool Boy, and it was amazing. Like, I just enjoyed it so much. I think I gave it 4 stars, maybe 4.5. It's funny because, like, when you read forbidden romance, or, you know, like things like, you know, in this case, it's like the heroine's best friend is the hero's mom, or, you know, things like brother's best friend, or these tropes, like, you know, that the conflict is gonna be because of that situation most of the time. And I've said it before that, like, I don't really like the brother's best friend trope on its own, because the brother always annoys me, and I hate the way that they have such strong reactions and feel like they are in charge of the, you know, of the person's decisions and life, and I hate that. But it's obviously something to expect. Like, I feel like, you know, like that is just what you're signing up for. So yeah, the mom in here did annoy me so much in some moments, but it wasn't like all the time. There was mainly one moment, and then it was fine, you know, and like I understand the point of it. So it didn't like ruin my enjoyment, but it was just a little bit annoying because it's funny because, like, one of my favorite things in books is when there's like a wing person who does things to get the couple together, or like makes a comment, or even like does something to like push them closer. I love that so much. And then I absolutely hate when there's someone who tries to break them apart, ruin it, or like when they don't agree, or don't approve, whatever. But yeah, that was like the only thing that I didn't enjoy in here, to be honest. It was just so fun. It was really steamy, it was really steamy, but at the same time, it was like really sweet in a lot of ways, and just like really healthy as well. And it just was amazing. So I haven't read the other 2 books yet, but definitely, like, I think I'm definitely gonna do that within the next week or so. And the third one is not on Scribd on audio, so only the first one is. So yes, I haven't heard anyone that I know talk about the third book. A lot of people on my Goodreads like reviewed the first and second one. But the third one, like, has no one read it. Like, is it bad? So I'm kind of scared about that. But like, it is like a polyamorous romance. And I'm gonna read it anyway. Hopefully it's gonna be great. So yeah, so that is that. Definitely recommend it. It was just so fun. I think that, like, I honestly can see myself rereading it at some point in the summer. Probably not this summer, but like a summer in the future. Definitely recommend it as the perfect like pool day, beach day read when summer comes around. I absolutely recommend it. So that is that. And the other book that I read, I'm sorry I didn't update you like before finishing it. I don't think I've even mentioned it in this video because like I wasn't sure if I was gonna read it, and then I actually started it before the pool boy, but it's a really long audiobook, and so then I just kind of like wanted something easier and quicker, so I read the pool boy and then I went back to this, which is Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. So I ended up finishing this book and I wanted to talk to you about it because I feel like I wanted to share my thoughts, and it's a book that a lot of people have been reading, and I really enjoyed it. So this is the sequel to It Happened One Summer. You don't have to read both of them, but I do think I do recommend both of them. And so Hook, Line, and Sinker follows the heroine's sister. She lives in LA, and she also kind of like works in the movie industry. And so she ends up suggesting that they film in this small town. And so they come to this small town, and the heroine has to move in with the hero who she has been texting for months ever since she, came there last time. And so they're like basically best friends. Like, they text all the time and they have to move in. So it's best friends to lovers and roommates, two of my absolutely favorite God tier tropes. Like, obviously I was bound to enjoy this, and I really did enjoy it. So I also ended up giving this one 4 stars. I felt like the romance was amazing. It has the trope of like the hero is like a player, and he has a reputation of just like, hooking up casually, never wanting anything serious. No one takes him seriously in a lot of ways. And so he almost feels like he can't be anything different, but he hasn't wanted to be with anyone else besides our heroine for months. And so he's like definitely completely gone for her, to be honest. And so I just really enjoyed the romance in here. It was really great, and I was kind of scared at first before reading this because I saw a few reviews where people were kind of disappointed by this book after loving the first one. But for me, I think I enjoyed them equally, or like definitely really close. If you love Best Friends to Lovers and Forced Proximity, I think you're really gonna enjoy this. And I also liked how music was like a part of it in some ways. And it was just really sweet in a lot of ways as well. And it was just so great. And I think that, like, I honestly had a really similar issue with this one as The Wedding Crasher, that I felt like it was a little bit too long. Honestly, I think it's like really similar in length. This one is 400 pages. You know how I feel about contemporary books that are over like 350. So yeah, but besides that, I really enjoyed it. So I think that is gonna be it for this vlog. I think it's quite long anyways. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how you feel about, me including more of the homey things in vlogs if you would like that, and if you have any video requests. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and I am excited for this new chapter. I still need to figure out all the angles and how to film best, but if you made it this far in the video, leave a sun emoji down below because it's actually sunny today, which is a miracle in Scotland, to be honest. And so thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. I hope you're doing well, and I'm gonna see you soon in another video. Bye!